Now, a Texas state representative wants to put women in jail and take away their voting rights if they've ever had an abortion. Now, in an interview with the Texas Observer, the representative named Tony Tinderholt, that's an interesting name, explained that women needed to know that there were repercussions for their actions. What actions? Well, the action of actually having sex. Now, he says, quote, "Right now, it's real easy. Right now, they don't make it important to be personally responsible because they don't know, or because they know that they have a backup of, oh, I can just go out and get an abortion." Really? That's because getting an abortion, I hear, is such a casual thing. I mean, I hear it's just like in and out, man. Like, you spend more time waiting at the drive-thru at McDonald's for your order, but when you want to get an abortion, in and out, man. In and out. No, actually, look, I think it's obvious I'm not a woman. Okay? But I have talked to women about this. And look, none that I've talked to, at least, see abortion as backup birth control. Now, I get it. This is anecdotal, so it doesn't really count. But I'm just giving you my experience because I've went out and I've actually talked to people. Talked to people who are like, yeah, no, it's stupid if you use, or if you use abortion as a form of birth control. I'd never do that because that's ridiculous and it's expensive and it makes no sense. That's generally what most people think. Of course, there are some people out there like this guy who think that, no, it's backup birth control. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, here's actually a fact according to a poll. Most women who have abortions, 52%, have had no previous abortions, and 26% have only had one previous abortion. So look, there's this argument, the argument that they use that women just keep on getting pregnant and use this as birth control is kind of ridiculous. And again, it makes no sense. It's expensive, since all these abortions are pretty much out of pocket, thanks to the Hyde Amendment. That prohibits no federal money from going to abortion. Now, he continues, quote, "Now we both know that consenting adults don't always think smartly sometimes." Smartly. They don't think smartly. Okay. Already, we're having fun with this guy. I'm like a smart person. So, anyway, back to this. We both know that consenting adults don't always think smartly sometimes. But consenting adults need also to consider the repercussions of the sexual relationship that they're going to have, which is a child. Okay. Or, you know what's actually more likely to produce children, especially the ones that are unwanted? If you end up taking away women's birth control, which, again, is another thing that Republicans like to target. That's why I like to tie it in. If you really want to get rid of abortion or severely limit abortion, you increase access to contraception and sexual ed training, okay? Or comprehensive sex ed. This guy says nothing about any of that and just says, no, let's just ban abortion and throw women in jail who get one. That'll solve the problem, right? Actually, it won't. Now, under this bill, which is called House Bill 948, or otherwise known as the Abolition of Abortion in Texas Act. So, look, they're not mincing words about this. Okay, the purpose of this bill, very, very clear. Very clear. Okay, under this bill, there will no longer be any exception for women who are abused, raped, or have fetal abnormalities. And if a teenager, for example, is raped by her father, she will be forced to carry this child under the law, under penalty of jail. So, look, obviously grotesque. This bill is severely limiting access to abortion, even in the case of rape or incest. Like, if you have something, one of the worst things to happen to somebody, getting violated like that, and then getting pregnant from it. Texas, this guy says, no, you need to carry this child because I believe in Jesus. Actually, this is his reasoning. Tinderholt explains that the women should be forced to carry the child because, quote, he's a firm believer that God creates children in his own image, regardless of how that child is brought into the world. It's created in his image, and how could somebody want to destroy that? So that's his reasoning there. Okay, well, here's the thing, right? He may be a firm believer in that, and that's actually fine when it comes to him. But not everybody believes in your Bible. Not everybody believes in your interpretation of the Bible. Not everybody believes in your religion whatsoever. They just don't. And why should you force everybody else who does not believe in your religion or your interpretation of your religion to follow your religion? See, I don't quite understand that. He's using the power of government in order to enforce his religious views on other people. I believe that is wrong. I believe that is unconstitutional. You cannot do that here in America, or at least you're not supposed to. And so it goes to the question of why. Why force it on everyone else? Well, maybe it's not quite about religion, because actually, when you read it, the Bible is actually pro-abortion. The Bible instructs you that if you believe your wife is cheating on you and is carrying another man's child, well, you can just mix up this little elixir that's going to make her miscarry. If she doesn't miscarry, then the baby's yours. If she miscarries, it's obviously not yours. And whew, you just saved yourself and gave your wife an abortion. God is pro-abortion. Just saying. No, what this is, it's not about saving babies. It's about control. What they want to do is that they want to control women's lives and force women to have babies that they don't actually want. Even if they're raped by a family member or just raped in general. And they go through one of the most horrific, traumatic experiences that a person can go through. Too bad, so sad. We're not going to let you get an abortion. We're going to let you carry that rape baby and raise that rape baby even if you don't want to. That's not a good thing. Now, look, they also, and, a lot of people bring this up, they want to punish women for having sex without procreating. And again, this is not going to end abortion. To those of you who might think, no, but if you ban abortion, it just goes away. Well, we've banned marijuana. Did that go away? We banned drugs. Did that go away? At one point, we banned alcohol. Did that stop people from drinking? We ban things, and that doesn't necessarily make them completely go away. There are people that are still going to do it. And in the case of abortion, it's going to bring women back to a time where they use coat hangers. Back to the coat hanger abortions. And, of course, in the end, you're still going to have a lot of abortion, and you're going to end up with a lot of women that are going to prison for essentially practicing bodily autonomy. So, good job. And some people, of course, on the day of it happened, the Women's March, were asking, why were these women marching? This might be part of it. Just saying. Look, another bill. This is another bill to try to turn a part of America into Saudi Arabia. These people have very little differences with the mullahs and the religious fundamentalists. And of course, if they hear that, oh my God, no, I'm not at all like the Muslims. I just hate gay people and I don't believe women should have rights. Wait a minute. That does sound kind of like fundamentalist Islam. But anyway, you can't say that. No, you can't at all compare fundamentalist Christians with fundamentalist Muslims. Because they're not at all the same. They just believe in the same exact things. They despise women's rights, man. And they just use religion as a way to deprive women of choice and control over their own bodies because they want to control them. And that's all that it comes down to, is just control. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent, non-corporate media, go to our Patreon page and become a patron. Patreon.com/TYTNation.